This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen. And that rich man represents Esau, Edom, and as far as the elites, Amalek. And fared sumptuously every day.
Yep, fared sumptuously every day. Now, when you look at the elites of this world, you compare and contrast. That's definitely speaking to the elites of this world, man. Dwelling in purple and scarlet as royalty and rulers, and dwelling sumptuously.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus,
which represents Israel,
which was laid at his gate full of sores.
Yep. Laid at his gate full of sores. Why? Because he's been beaten down so much.
Scriptures in Isaiah, when you read the first chapter, it's talking about the putrefying sores. We can't, and the scriptures also say we can't be healed. You know, we can't be healed as a nation. We are so destroyed in this society that the nation of Israel can't be healed. Look at the majority of Israelites, especially in these ghettos. They can't be healed. All right, everybody think like the black woman, and that just shows you. And that shows you, hey man, we're just completely destroyed.
God. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Yeah, so those crumbs are the little goodies in society, man. You know, the benefits, you know, everybody like to say, oh, I'm getting a bag, I'm checking the bag, but that bag that you get is a crumb. You know, the millions that you, the millions that you're getting paid, the billion that Jay-Z has, the millions that these entertainers are getting, or philanthropists and these entrepreneurs that they're making are crumbs from the master's table. That doesn't even, that's the kind of that doesn't even compare to the whole loaf of bread that the rich man has, man. And he has multiple loaves of bread, but you just happy with just getting a crumb to eat, you know? Like the brother was saying, man, well, it's gonna say, go ahead.
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
The dogs came and licked his sores. The dogs represent the other nations. If you go back to Exodus 11:7, and you go into, I believe that's in Mark, you know, about the Phoenician woman when she says the dogs, the dogs do reap.
Well, they asked for, she asked for crumbs.
She asked for crumbs. Even the dogs shall eat the crumbs from the master's table. So the dogs represent the other nations, you know. So the other nation, going back to what the brother was saying, the other nations have been reaping the benefits of our oppression, man, and have been eating off of us for thousands of years, man. Especially here in America, you know, in these other modern developed countries, you know.
A prime example. Who make the most money when it comes to see? Well, I'll just say it. Elon makes the most money when it comes to off of Jake, when it comes to like hair, mainly hair. All right.
Oh, Moab too.
We cut it straight.
Yeah.
You know, they make billions of dollars yearly, annually off the black woman putting these hair hats on their head, these wigs and these what do you call them?
The sew-ins,
and all of that. They make billions of dollars. But what is the black woman doing? She being as vain as all hell.
Yeah.
She out here vain as hell, fake, phony, fake pony, all that. phony. Right. That's what I meant. That shows you the vanity about women. So they're feeding off our swords. That's one of the swords. The black woman don't know how to cover her damn head. You know? But a part of the curses was what? She was gonna lose her hair.
That's right. Oh, she's gonna lose her hair. Now, we look at the so-called Jews. Them bitches got hair. Just saying, them bitches got hair.
Everybody overlooking our claims.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Especially because they match up with the scriptures. You know.
And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
Ooh, so now the beggar died, you know. So now you're seeing Israel dying, but guess what? Go ahead. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. But that death that the rich man seen as unfortunate, or that he's looking down upon, actually turned out to be a blessing. You know.
The rich man also died and was buried.
Right. So the rich man died and he was buried. But the beggar died and was lifted up into Abraham's bosom, meaning into the kingdom of heaven, man. You know.
And
So-
in hell,
Oh no! So the little feeble existence that the rich man or Esau, you know, the ruler of this world, looks at our feeble existence as nothing at all. It actually turned out to be the greatest existence, and his existence is really the feeble. Go ahead.
and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments.
Right. So in hell he lift up his eyes, and that hell that he's going to experience, that 1,000 years of slavery, man. You know, it's going to be never-ending punishment. He's going to have continual employment. Boy, I can't even see it.
Yeah, because if you thought for 1 second that you was gonna treat us with the slightest hand of terror,
And live succulent in this world and the next one.
and then you expect the next world you're gonna be treated equal, you out of your damn mind.
Well, man, what's his name? Forrest Whitaker.
Right, shit.
Go ahead.
Esau's so damn proud, man. They only been ruling for a season, man. They ain't even been ruling that long.
And they had 5 minutes.
But they done changed history like they done been ruling for so long, man.
Yeah.
And seeth Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom.
Yep.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me.
See, now Esau quit. We all come from Abraham. Well, like the brother said, you know, they're also trying to mix themselves in with our blessing, right? So Abraham, you know, Father Abraham. Yeah, okay. All right, nigga. Go ahead.
And he cried to his Salaki, verse 24. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus.
Oh, so now he wants mercy. Now he wants mercy, but he didn't give mercy to the beggar. He didn't sit down and say, you know what, here you go, and pass a whole loaf of bread. You know, he didn't share the wealth. He didn't relieve the oppression and relieve the agony. You know, if anything, before he gave crumbs to the beggar, he probably stepped on him.
Or looked at him like he wasn't nothing. And that's what the majority of these white people do that in this society. They look at us like we're nothing.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why, and they speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Yeah.
They don't know in full what we had to endure.
Yeah.
Because if they went through if they went through the slightest thing we've been able to that we've been through, they wouldn't even be able to make it. They wouldn't be able to look. Esau can't even make it now. They ain't even in trouble as other men.
Yeah.
But the number one thing that take white men off the planet is accidental deaths. Accidental deaths.
Yep.
Suicide.
That is the number one thing.
The man,
That's
the
probably
goddamn
second.
dummy.
And suicide is something that's something big that they're going through. These Edomites are going through.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that though? You see how we're impoverished and we're mostly poor. You know, Israel is the poor, the dregs society, right? When you go back in 2008 in the financial crash, right? And you had all those rich executive level Edomites that owned these companies and this and that. There's a movie called Company Men, right? And they had to downsize their company. Some guys, you know, they didn't even have to downsize much. They just probably had to sell their Mercedes, and now they got to drop a Ford. You know, or they sold their mansion, and now they're still living in $100,000 condos now. But they were committing suicide. They couldn't take it. You still living above Jake to the highest degree, even in a condo, even in a high-rise condo, but you still can't take it because your land and your mansion had to be sold. Because you couldn't live as lavishly like you used to. But you're committing suicide as if you went to rock bottom. Israel's been on rock bottom since the inception of this country.
I'm eating 3 meals a
For
day.
thousands
I wanted
of years.
to eat 5 meals a day. You know what I mean?
For 1,000 years, but Esau can't take it. So when you go into Genesis 25 and it tells you that one people shall be stronger than the other, that is totally, utterly true. It is painstakingly true for Esau, man. And he knows that. Come on, that's lucky. Go ahead. Talk about it.
have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue.
Oh, so he wants to be soothed. He want to be soothed. Please lighten the punishment. Please lighten the punishment. I can't take it. I can't take
Like
it.
the same people you've been oppressing, you want us to soothe the hell that you're gonna have to pay for.
What type of
That ain't-
sociopathic shit is that?
Yeah, that
What?
is some narcissistic shit.
What?
And don't think for a second that these Edomites don't know that they don't know what's going on with Jake. They know this shit. Like, that's my job, man. You guys gonna tell me about Milwaukee and how we've come up here back in the 50s and 60s, 70s to get jobs, and then all the jobs moved out, and then Jake's stuck in Milwaukee, can't do nothing, can't get a job, and then all of a sudden now their jail systems and everything is flourishing. Is that by design?
Right.
Come on, man. You know what the hell going on?
But Esau's great at that. Esau's great at creating a situation and creating a situation that basically impoverishes you and oppresses you.
Yeah.
But then when the situation turned back on him, he wants to play victim. Oh, now you want to be a victim.
Somebody get well to the bloody city.
Doom 3. I grab it.
You finish something?
Kind. Finish it.
Okay. For I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Right, and that's the scripture said that their heart, what it said, they have everything their heart desires.
More than hard to wish.
More than their heart could wish. When you read Job 19 and Job 20, the 20th chapter, in the 19th chapter, it tells you exactly how they're living.
Fat of the earth.
You know? Go ahead.
But now he is come. It was Salaki. It said, I'm gonna read it again. It's 25. This is verse 25 of chapter 16 in Luke. It says, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
Right, because we're gonna be comforted in the kingdom. You know, we're gonna be comforted. All right, and everybody else is gonna be in distress. All right, because it's the opposite now. You know, we're perplexed on many sides. Like we are in hell, literally. You know, the scriptures talk about this being the valley of the shadow of death. You know, the nations snarl at us on a daily basis.
Yeah, we are troubled on every.
Troubled on every side. They set up a whole justice system to incriminate us. So we got to prove ourselves. We're already guilty. We already guilty.
Yeah.
So we have to prove ourselves innocent. But you know how the saying goes: you're innocent until proven guilty. But we're not treated as so. We're guilty until we prove ourselves innocent.
But what ice cream?
So just imagine just living in a world.
Yeah.
Like that, man. Of course, you're on pins and needles every damn day. But they don't understand that because why? They're not going through what we're going through.
Yeah.
They're not living in our shoes. But they will. And when the kingdom comes, you will be perplexed on all sides. You will be a slave.
That's right.
You will have hardcore slavery. Just like we built America, you're going to build the nation of Israel. You're going to build the infrastructure of the land of Israel.
You're going to be born guilty. You're going to be born looking guilty.
Yeah, and you're going to be guilty and never proven innocent.
That's right.
Okay, because
That's right.
you've done your works.
Yep.
All your works is going to be held in accountability.
That's right.
And those that die over here in the thermonuclear blast, you Edomites that die over here in that thermonuclear holocaust, you're going to wake up to a curse. You're going to wake up being a slave. Because that's how you pay for your past transgressions. You're going to wake up in the next world you're going to wake up in the next world serving your judgment.
That's right.
And guess what? You ain't going to never sleep.
Dang.
You're going to be tired, but you ain't going to never sleep.
Yeah.
You're going to be to the point of weariness, but you ain't going to never sleep, only on the Sabbath.
Even in death, you ain't going to sleep. Because I'm going to bring a spirit back and kill you again.
Hey, remember, Salaki, remember back in slavery time, they used to work Jake to death, man. Like work the muscles off the bones, man.
God.
Until they just died, man.
Remember in Django, he said, oh, you don't want to go. You remember he was talking about, I think they were going down in somewhere in Mexico, dealing with Spaniards, and they'll put them in like the rocks. They have to go like break rocks or something like that.
Turn big rocks into little rocks.
Yeah. They were doing that. He said they work them till they die.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah,
I like
At
how
the,
you died,
mining.
boy.
Yeah, I know. Towards the end of the movie, when he was like, yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
The mining company that they sent him to.
verse 26, it says, and besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
Right, and that gulf, the gulf that's fixed, is that they can't come over on this side. When you die, you over on that side, whatever realm you in.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to come over on our side, and that's why people don't understand. When you die, you go to the heavens. You know, people don't understand it because they got the hell doctrine and all this other stuff. But then there's a great gulf fix in the heavens.
They go to their bullpen. They go to their bullpen until the time appointed for the kingdom to be built up.
Hey, if you die Edomite, you coming back in Edomite. You ain't coming back no other.
Right.
Nah, this ain't like we just explained. It's like for everybody.
It's some more.
You want to finish that out? Okay.
Only one more.
So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot,
Like the brother just said.
neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
See, they can't come over on this side because guess what? The Lord, He didn't want to sanction what side is which side is which, and He didn't want to put the great gulf.
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Right, and that's America. America's the bloody city. How was America established? Off of raping, robbing, and murdering. When you talk about the Calvary, when you talk about the War of 1812, you had the War of 1512 too, I believe. You know? So this world was built off of rape, robbing, and murder. Period. That's how America was established. That's how the 13 colonies were established. Okay?
The prey departeth not.
Right, the prey departeth not, man. So people are still getting mowed down, still being murdered. Okay? Go ahead.
It says the noise of a whip, and the noise of rattling wheels,
Right.
and of the prancing of horses, and the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is multiple slain.
Right, and that's thermonuclear destruction. All right, that's going to be the recompense. Okay, that's going to be what cleanses this land from all the blood that was shed.
And a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses.
None end, because from end to end, there's going to be nothing but corpses.
And a great number of corpses, there is no end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms.
Right, that selleth nations through her whoredom. The mystery of, what is it, read again, Slack?
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot,
Right.
the mistress of witchcrafts.
Which America is that well-favored harlot that the Bible speaks of. America's that whore that ride at the beast. Okay, she referred to as a harlot in many passages in the Bible. Okay, go ahead.
That selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
Right, and that's the philosophy. Okay, because it's likened unto Salaki. Read again. My bad.
It says that the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Right, man.
You know, an example.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, an example would be the Arab Spring. You know, what they did was they actually sold the Arab nations through their witchcrafts, man. They went over there, raped, robbed, and pillaged them, and then sold them a witchcraft, which was democracy.
Yep, told them that,
You know?
that they could be homosexuals.
Told the women that they have freedom of their bodies, and they can do what they want, and they can drive, and they can wear jeans, and they can be porn stars, and they can.
So, yeah, So just imagine how the world looks at democracy, because the way they go about spreading democracy is by the force of the sword. You know.
Yeah. It says, "Behold." It says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts."
Right. So the Lord is against this place, and they say pray for America. God bless America. Which that
Goddamn America.
That's not the truth, man. You know, the Lord is not. Hey, you can't pray for something that's already destined for doom and destruction.
God. It says, "And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face."
Yep. And that means your undergarments are showing, so that your secret parts are showing. And what's happening to America? Your secret parts are showing. We see all of that. Let me tell you, it ain't a good sight.
It's disgraceful.
It's a disgusting sight.
Yeah.
Like Esau, their favorite word. It's disgusting. Just disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at America's secret parts, what they're trying to hide.
WikiLeaks tore y'all a new ass.
No, he showed them another ass. He showed them another secret part.
Kinda.
But that's the Lord work.
Yeah.
You know.
Lord is uncovering. You know, every sin,
Give me
every
Isaiah 47:1.
every evil thing that America has concocted has really been released, man. You know, everything's been declassified. All the military documents going back to the CIA and their
Right,
black
one.
operations and their coup d'états and their what do you call that? Their coup d'états. You know, and destroying sovereign nations, setting up puppet governments, setting up puppet leaders. You know, infiltrating nations with drugs and weapons and vehicles. You know, matter of fact, I remember when we were first coming to the truth, they were having the whole Libyan dispute. And I'd open a newspaper, and the first thing I would see is a "Made in America" sign on a gas canister, man, or on a gun, you know, or on any form of weapons. I would see Fords and Chevrolets, you know, marooned in desert cities, man, in Libya, you know.
Yep, leaving a trail.
Yeah, leaving their trail, man. You know, America's funding all these foreign wars and these insurgents. That's what I want to say. Insurgent wars, man. You know.
And it's well known that the alphabet agencies
Yep.
were plotting and planning and training these Al Qaeda and all of this stuff. So all of this stuff is coming out about America doing the worst
Yeah.
criminal acts abroad.
Hell, Oliver North.
But it's part of their blessing.
God. Oliver North. He sold weapons to Iran in the '90s, and now he's an analyst for CNN. He's an analyst for CNN saying that Iran shouldn't have weapons.
Who the
Iran
hell
should
are
never
you
be
to tell
allowed. Iran should never be allowed to create or to have weapons. But you sold them their weapons when you were a general in the '90s. But they thought that people weren't going to see that.
It's sheer hypocrisy.
Yeah, they think that people don't remember Oliver North selling weapons to the Iranians in the '90s, man. You know, or people don't remember that that America helped Iran enrich its nuclear program because they wanted Iran to help them fight against Russia in the Cold War. We remember all of that, man.
Yeah, but then when they didn't play ball,
God.
What's that program that they started where they stopped all the
Operation Paperclip?
No. With Iran.
Stuxnet.
Stuxnet.
Yeah, Iran and America came together, created a computer virus that stopped their nuclear enrichment silos, man. You know, and they released that virus under the guise of ISIS or ISIL, releasing that virus, man. And then going into Soleimani, American government CIA used Soleimani as a so-called puppet to put him in the forefront as if he was stomping out Al Qaeda in Iran, and they celebrated the man. But now they put him to death. You see what they do? You see what they do to their employees? They just discard them like rubble.
Yeah, no, because
that's why Iran's pissed about that.
And they should be. But America plays it off as like they cannot do any evil. Like they're just God's gift to this green earth.
Yep.
You know?
It says, "And I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame."
Right, and that's why the nations are rising up. hey, these nations are parting ways with America as well. You know, the EU is parting ways because why? America wants to continue their military prowess out throughout the four corners of the earth, and you talk about, you know, they always have these summits where they want to bring world peace, but America, for some odd reason, is the number one country in the world that continues to perpetuate war. Not only that, they put trillions of dollars into war. So America, if anybody, America's not the police. I mean, they are the police of the world, but they're not making the world a better place. They're making it a more. They're making this place a more a volatile place, man.
Yep.
But that goes back once again. It goes back to their blessing.
Yeah.
You know, Esau, Edom. Okay. We see you. All right. Ain't no way you can hide yourself. Okay.
Yeah. The eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. It says, "And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock."
Right, detestable. So all these nations are starting to hate this place. And eventually, the Lord is going to judge this place. And what? It's going to be a gazing stock. Okay? And nothing's going to dwell in this place except for the worst creatures, man. You know?
"And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for her?"
Because Nineveh is spiritual. America is spiritually Nineveh.
Yeah.
Because what? When Nineveh was prophesied against. Okay. Go ahead. With Isaiah 47:1.
That man said, "What about the whole world?" You guessing? Guessing. Isaiah 47:1 says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne."
Right. Sit in confusion. All right. And that's what this place is. It's utterly confusion. It's utterly mass confusion here in America. Everybody's divided on every level, whether it be political, whether it be the citizens, whether it be economically. Everything is all screwed up. Okay? So the Lord is telling this place to sit in the dust. And that's what we're seeing. When we see economic woes, you know, all this stuff that you see in the news about America, America's financing and debt and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
This is part of what the scriptures is talking about. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans,
Right,
for thou..."
because y'all deal in witchcraft. And the Chaldeans were known for what? For their witchcraft.
"For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
Meaning untouched. Because the Lord was going to touch this place, man. All right?
Oh, it's
So thou shalt not be called tender and delicate, meaning untouched, because a virgin woman, she's tender, she's delicate, she's soft, she smells good, she smells nice. All right? And at one point, that's how America was. Okay? At one point, this place was flourishing with forests and trees and all of that stuff. Bees. Now you ain't even got no bees no more. Excuse me. Go ahead, Al.
"Take the millstones and grind meal.
No?
Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg."
Uncover thy lock. You know how a woman, she come out of everything.
Let her hair
And
down.
then it's just illustrious. You know? Make bare the leg. Go ahead. Because when a woman uncover her head, that's kind of like a shame to her, man.
Yeah.
You see the bang, and you know some women be having some big ass heads.
That
They be
full
having,
head,
they
good
be
God.
having them oval, them grotesque head only a husband can love.
Having no Stewie heads.
She gonna be
Go ahead.
my fifth wife, 4-time removed.
I had to take it.
Right. I had no choice. I had to take her. Shit.
I was forced in this. Go ahead.
It says, Slaki.
So what's happening here, the Lord is uncovering.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead, Bumba.
Make
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go get in the car. Go.
Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Pass over the rivers. Uncover the thigh, make bare the leg. All right, because what? America's losing. All right, they lost them jobs. They lost because guess what built America was what? The Industrial Revolution.
Yes, sir.
It was the peak of civilization where they laid the railroads and jobs were booming. They were the leading country in producing steel,
Now they don't
producing
manufacture
all of
shit.
this. Now, you can't make a leather shoe around this motherfucker. Okay? Go ahead.
Real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Right?
and the strong men shall bow themselves.
So the keepers of the house are those that be in politics. The ones that be in at the highest level of government. Because they're gonna tremble. Why? Because things are gonna change, but they're gonna change for the worse. All right? So the Lord is bringing all these nations together to fight against each other. Okay? So there's going to be civil war on the highest. I mean, there's going to be civil war. All right? There's going to be a sedition among men. Okay? There's going to be nation rising against nation. All right? And so we're going to witness some crazy things that we never seen in the near future. Literally, we're seeing it now. Okay? We're seeing it now. All right? But they're going to tremble. Okay? Why? Because ultimately, World War III. Okay?
And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease,
Right.
because they are few.
Right. Okay? So the grinding is going to cease. The work is going to cease. These industries, all right, are going to cease. They packing up and leaving. All right? Because the Most High Yahweh is making this place a detestable place. He's uncovered the secret parts of this place. This place is hated, okay? And he's just making everything dwindle, all right? It's going to corrupt. It's going to be corrupt, and corrosion is going to come out.
And those that look out of the windows,
Go ahead.
and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Right.
No future.
Yeah, because you ain't going to see no future for this place, man. All right? You've been looking out a window, right? You see the horizon, you know? Give you a sense of nirvana or comfort. That it's not going to be that way in America. Right now, everybody got an opportunity to become instantly famous. All right? What they call it? Instant fame? Something like.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets.
Right. So opportunity is going to be gone.
All that instantly famous shit over.
You see opportunity right now here in the, you have a little opportunity, but the opportunity that's out here is leaving. It's going to go for good. Go ahead.
It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yep. The entertainment, everything in the society is going to come down, man.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it.
You got something else? Isaiah 14, where it says corruption. Because not only this place is morally gone. There's no morals in this place. Okay. Everything in this society is just lies, a bunch of lies, man. You know. I mean, we talking about as far as the education goes, the institutions in the education, you know, even politics, man, it's all a farce, okay?
Right.
Especially politics, man. And people people for the last, since Obama got in office, even up until now, they doing their studying. They didn't chose whether or not they want to be conservative, whether they want to be left wing, right wing, It don't matter what wing. It's still the same bird. God damn it. You know. So how are you the same bird and you fighting against each other? All right. And the scriptures talk about Satan's house being divided. That's the Lord. All right. The Lord is bringing division. Somebody give me Luke 12:49. Babako shot. All right. This place is going to shit. And that's good. That's good for us. That's a blessing, man. And it can't come any sooner. All right? Because everybody expect for us, out of all the shit that we went through, everybody expect for us to just be fine and okay with everything that's going on. You know? That's bullshit, man. Go ahead with your scripture. That's fucking bullshit.
This is Luke chapter 12 verse 49. I am come to send fire on earth. Matter of fact, 12:49. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I be if it already kindled?
Right. So there's fire. The fire is kindled, baby. All right. Now, if you literally looking for a sign of fire, just look at Australia. Look at California for the last 5-8 years, man. You know, but the fire has been kindling. Okay.
That's right.
This place is going up. Go ahead.
Smoke. It says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Right, so the Lord is bringing division, and he's brought that division, all right? And he started with the households, but it's going to end with the greater house, which is this society.
It says, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. And the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
That's right.
And he said also to the people,
So the Lord's going to...
well, no,
So
I'm
he
going.
divided the houses, all right? But moreover, he divided this nation, okay? Because they're more divided than they ever been,
Yep.
you know?
And he said it also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, then comes a shower.
Yep.
And so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat. And it comes to pass.
Yep. You know how they say it's going to be a heat wave.
Today's forecast is, ye hypocrites.
We need a heat wave right about now. Go
Right.
ahead.
Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye cannot discern this time?
Right. How in the hell can you not discern this sign? For those that want to be comfortable in the society, for those that think America is your rest, well, this is a place for opportunity and prosperity, and it's not. You alone you can tell what's going on politically, and how they're divided politically, and how the citizens are divided with their views. That this place, the future looks bleak. It don't look all too sure. All right, the future do not look all too sure when you look at all these different signs. All right.
Well, they look out the windows and darkened, and they're darkened. They can't see anything, man. There's nothing to behold. There's no future for America but death and destruction. You know? The only future is to go up in smoke. For real, literally. You know?
Keep going.
Oh, that was it.
That was it?
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
Isaiah 14.
I know,
You got to go ahead,
I'm
Bun.
on that.
Go ahead, read, Bun. Don't worry.
Boom, boom.
He had this preset.
14 is starting about the 9th verse.
He already had his
It's almost at 40.
preset. 40%? 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Well,
This is Isaiah chapter. You said it started what verse?
huh? He said it was already 40 minutes.
No, I'm talking about
Oh, that better?
brothers.
Shit.
Go ahead.
14 what?
14 and 9.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. It said, hell from beneath thee is moved to meet thee at thy coming.
Uh-oh, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. So what is it saying? So when you reach a certain level or you reach a certain plateau, Hell, meaning destruction, is there, and it's going to meet you at your coming. All right? Go ahead. And that's talking to who? That's talking to the elites in this society. All right? Because their bread basket is America. All right? Where they feed off, where they get all this money from you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Where they feed off your oppression, off your low state. Okay? Go ahead. Read.
It says, hell from beneath thee is moved to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee.
Right. It stirred up the dead for thee. All right? So the Spirit of the Lord, all right, is stirring up the dead, okay? It's stirring up the dead for thee. Which the dead is what? It's going to say it. Go ahead, my bad.
It stirred up the dead for thee, even the chief ones of the earth.
Right, so the chief ones of the earth. That's why Iran is bucking, you know? Iran is saying, okay, we're going to attack. If you attack us, we're going to attack you back. That's exactly what's going on here in the scriptures. All right, what's being said in the scriptures is actually being done in our reality. Go ahead.
It says, they had risen up from the thrones all the kings of the nations.
Uh-huh.
All they shall speak.
Right, keep going. My bad.
All they shall speak unto thee. Art thou become as weak as we?
Right. Because America's reaching that stage where that military prowess and all that money you put towards military, all right, it's not going to mean a thing, okay? Because your allies are going to turn against you, all right? And the scripture said, thy terribleness have deceived you. All the terrible things you've been doing on earth, all right, and all the pride and your ego, it has deceived you. You've been deceived to believe that you was going to continue doing evil in the earth and getting away with it. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says,
my nose is frozen.
Me too.
Shit. Go ahead.
art thou become as weak as we?
The beauty.
Art thou
Beauty.
become like unto us?
Right?
Thy pomp has brought thee down unto the grave.
Right. Thy pride,
Right,
that
yeah.
pump has brought thee down to the grave. See? A covetous man selleth his own soul. All right? All right, Ralph, you want to jump in? I'm saying jump in the car.
Oh, I'm good.
Go ahead.
It says, sorry. It says, art thou become as weak as we? Thy pomp has
Right,
brought
because
thee
that's all
down.
the nation's saying. Art thou become as weak as we are?
You right.
Okay? Art thou has become as weak as we? Okay? And that's what's happening. All right? The Lord is even the playing field. All right? So these nations, come on in. Come on in. You know? We'll have to get a little bit closer, Bun. Come on.
It says, thy pomp has brought thee down unto the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee.
Right. So what's happening is, all right, for the elites, all right, the Lord is bringing down their infrastructure. Okay. Not only is this place going economically, and not only is their their allies become their enemies, and all the nations that they once walked all over and had in subjection, not only are they rising up, but their infrastructure is becoming corrupt, meaning it's waning away. All right? And when you look at the bridges and America's infrastructure, it's the worst. It's the worst it's ever has been. And they said it's going to take billions of dollars to fix this place up, but most of that money is going toward military. So what is that? That's a sign to show you that America's not looking toward fixing America. They're looking toward more war. All right? They're looking toward increasing their desires and taking more people's land and subjugating more countries, more sovereign countries. All right, because that's what's happening here. You know, God forbid it was the other way around. They'd be tearing this place up. Go ahead.
It says, and the worms covered me. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Right. Oh, Lucifer, son of the morning. Now, some would say this is Satan. It's not talking about Satan. All right? It's talking about the elite. It's talking because Lucifer meaning light bearer. All right? And those that bear the light is the Illuminati. All right? Those are ones that dwell in secrecy. Okay? That live in secrecy. All right? It's talking about those. Read it again.
It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Right. Fallen from heaven. How did you fall from your estate? Okay? Okay? Because it said, another prophecy said that once they reach the height of the clouds or something to that extent, when they go up as the eagle or something, thus will I bring thee down. If you can look those words up for me, thus shall I bring thee down. Oh, when I set thy nest among the stars, thus shall I bring thee down. You know. Go ahead.
It is Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee.
Uh-oh, Esau Edom. All right, because the major motivator for Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is their pride. All right, their pompousness. Okay, that's the number one motivator. All right, because they didn't call to mind that the Most High set them up. I mean, that ain't even in their thoughts. They believe that they got everything they got based off of merit, and that was a damn lie. If you thought that, then you retarded. All right. If you think the so-called white man is in a position now, in his position being the ruler of the earth by his own merit, you have absolutely no idea what's going on. All right, because he was put there. Give me Job 9:24. Go ahead.
The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee.
Right.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, and set thy heart. Who shall bring thee down unto the ground?
Right, and has said in their heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See what they say as far as their military is concerned. You know, that's the sentiment, that nobody can bring them down, that they're the most powerful army in the world, that they're the most greatest nation on the earth. But the Lord is bringing you down. That's why we read Isaiah 47. Come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay? The Lord is bringing down America, which is beautiful. All right? That right there alone is great for us, man. America's fall is the greatest thing that can ever happen. All right? Go ahead. Especially for us.
Though thou exalted thyself as the eagle, though thou set thyself up, though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Oh, you had it. That's why you was. Okay. Go ahead. My bad. Read again.
It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Right. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and it just so happened that America's one of its main symbol is the eagle. Here you go. And what? It's fashioned after the Roman Empire, which when you read Revelations, the 17th chapter, with the 13th chapter towards the end, you know, right before it mentions the mark of the beast. All right? It explains that the last empire on earth was what? Was modeled after that dragon, which was the Roman Empire. Okay? You know? Go ahead.
It says, hence will I bring thee down,
right.
said the Lord.
Thence will I bring thee down. So when you exalted yourself as the eagle, that's when the Most High brought you down. Okay? And some say around, what, 70 when they start putting satellites out there in outer space, some don't believe in that they got satellites out there. But when they start putting those satellites out there, that's when the Lord started what? He started the society started to deteriorate. That's why you had the economic shutdown during the 1970s. Okay, which they saying this economic war is going to be somewhat similar. Okay, go ahead, Al. Man, it ain't no love. Boy, it ain't no love when it comes to this weather, boy. The water. Mistreat you, slap you all in your face. Go ahead, my bad.
They said if these came in, it's like if these came unto thee.
It ain't as cold as a woman, though. I tell you that.
How art thou cut off?
It's like
Well, read it again. My bad.
They said if these came unto thee, as robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
See?
Would thou not have stolen enough? It's like would thou not had not stolen till thou had enough?
Because this is what's going to happen to Esau, man. All right? So it's using an analogy as a thief. All right? Because there's nothing going to be left of Esau. Okay? The Lord is going to completely take them out, man. All right? Go ahead. Yeah, you know, some die of heartache. And in the winter, they call it, if you get caught out there in the cold, they call it hypothermia. You know, but hey, I think a woman's a woman's touch though, whew, you could die of heartache. Hey, I just heard a police call. This dude, man, killed his wife, man. And he just called police station all casually, man. Said he shot his wife in the head. He said the gun is on the dining room table. And you might as well start her up, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little warm for myself. Because this is unreasonable. This is beyond me. Go ahead.
Our reasonable, sir.
Damn right.
It says if the great gatherer came to thee,
I mean, 10
they
minutes.
they not leave some grapes. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are they hidden?
Right.
They ain't sought up.
Right. So how they sought up? Obviously the Lord, man. The Lord has revealed them. Okay. So long, we didn't even know who Esau